Price beef.
That is a poor reaction on the part of Crown.
The thing is, Lou, Nathan has no idea how they found out.
Something has changed at Heartland, and you can feel it in the very first seconds of the trailer. The wind seems colder, the silence heavier. Amy stands alone in the fields, her eyes lost in thought. And just when you think you've seen it, a shadow appears in the distance. A rider, a stranger, or someone from the past. The trailer for Heartland Season 19 just dropped, and it's not what fans expected. There's heartbreak, mystery, a new face on the ranch, and a twist that might shake the family to its core. But if you look closely, there are hidden clues in every frame. Clues that hint at major changes, returning characters, and a storyline. That could be the most emotional we've seen in years. Let's break it all down, frame by frame, scene by scene. Because what lies beneath the surface of this trailer might just rewrite everything we thought we knew about Heartland. The Season 19 trailer opens quietly. No music, no dialogue. Just the sound of wind moving through the fields. It's peaceful, but there's tension in the air. Amy walks through the barn, running her hand along Spartan's stall. The camera lingers on her face, and for a moment we see something unfamiliar. Doubt. She looks older, more tired, but still strong. The light in her eyes is softer, as if carrying the weight of everything she's been through since Ty's death. Then it cuts. A fast montage. Lou at the ranch gate, slamming her car door. Tim shouting something unheard over a storm. Katie crying in her room. Jack staring into the fire. It's only 30 seconds in, but already the tone is clear. This season is not just about healing. It's about confronting the past. There's a striking moment where a mysterious rider is shown from behind, galloping toward the ranch. We don't see their face, just the outline. Broad shoulders, dark coat, and a horse that isn't familiar. Amy steps out of the barn, sees the rider, and freezes. That's where the shot ends. It's designed to raise questions. Who is this person? Is it someone from Ty's family? A new ranch hand? Or could it be someone from Amy's past we forgot about? The trailer then flashes scenes quickly. Lou and Peter arguing in the kitchen. Georgie standing with her back to the camera holding what looks like an Olympic medal. Jack talking to Lisa with tears in his eyes. And Caleb training a young horse. But the biggest surprise comes at the 45-second mark. A baby's crib. In the middle of Amy's living room. Empty. The camera lingers on it before cutting to black. Immediately after, the music kicks in. Soft guitar chords and a voiceover. From Jack. The land remembers, even when we try to forget. And sometimes, it brings things back we thought were gone for good. That line sets the tone for the entire season. It hints that Season 19 isn't just moving forward. It's bringing things back. Unfinished stories, buried secrets, old pain. We also see short clips of Katie riding alone through a snow-covered field, Lindy whispering something to Spartan, and Lou looking at her phone with a worried expression. And then there's Amy again, standing at Ty's grave. No tears, just silence. She places her hand on the stone, closes her eyes, and says one word. Finally. That moment is powerful. Fans have speculated online what it could mean. Is she finally letting go? Is she opening her heart to someone new? Or did she uncover something about Ty's past that changes everything? We also get a glimpse of a new character. A young man, maybe late 20s, talking to Jack in the barn. The caption in the corner says, "Guest star, Michael Hartwell." He's never been seen before and nothing else is revealed. But the way Jack looks at him, cautious, almost protective, hints that this man's presence at Heartland might bring drama. In one scene, we see Georgie arriving at the airport. Duffel bag in hand, she looks determined, focused, almost ready to fight. This likely confirms what fans hoped. Georgie is coming back, and her Olympic dream is still alive. But the trailer hints there might be more at stake, like a choice between glory and family. Another, short but emotional clip shows Lisa in tears at the dinner table while Jack reaches for her hand. There's tension here too. Maybe health issues, maybe family conflict. Whatever it is, it feels like something is threatening the foundation of their bond. The trailer closes with a wide aerial shot of Heartland. Snow is falling. The lights are on in the barn. Amy is seen walking toward the house, holding Lindy's hand. As they step onto the porch, the door opens, and someone steps out to greet them. But we don't see who. It fades to black before we find out. The final screen reads, Heartland, Season 19, coming 2025. It's just a trailer, but it speaks volumes. The editors have cleverly packed emotion, tension, and mystery into every second, and for fans, it's enough to spark endless theories. What we know for sure is this. Season 19 isn't playing it safe. It's going deeper into the emotional lives of the characters we've loved for years. It's setting up new beginnings, while forcing them to confront what they've lost. And from the looks of it, the journey ahead will be both beautiful and heartbreaking. The trailer may have given us glimpses of what's coming, but what's really shaking up the Heartland fanbase right now are the leaked plot details. These leaks, which reportedly come from someone close to the production team, possibly a crew member or background actor, are making serious waves online. Though unconfirmed, they fit surprisingly well with the tone of the trailer, and if they're even halfway true, Season 19 might be the most dramatic chapter in Heartland history. Let's start with the biggest shocker. According to the leak, Amy will face a huge decision about love this season. After years of mourning Ty and building a new life for Lindy and herself, Amy may finally be ready to let someone into her heart again. But here's the twist. The man she's rumored to connect with has ties to Ty's past. Some believe he's a former friend or even someone Ty once helped during his vet days. Others think he could be a distant relative, someone who shares Ty's values and spirit. Either way, this storyline could stir up complicated emotions, both for Amy and for fans who still deeply miss Ty. The leak describes this new character as quiet, skilled with horses, and carrying his own trauma. His arrival at Heartland isn't planned. He's supposed to be passing through, but something keeps him there. Jack is said to be hesitant at first, but after a key moment in the barn, where the stranger helps a wounded horse, Jack starts to see him in a new light. Amy, of course, is careful. She doesn't open up easily, but there's reportedly a scene where they talk under the stars, and she admits she hasn't let anyone get close since Ty. The chemistry builds slowly, respectfully. It's not a replacement. It's a chance at healing. But Amy's storyline isn't the only one turning heads. The leaked plot also hints at a major tragedy hitting the Heartland family early in the season, something that brings everyone together and forces them to reevaluate what truly matters. Though the leak is vague, it points toward Jack or Lisa being involved. Some fans believe Lisa may suffer a health scare, possibly related to her heart. Others think it could be Jack finally confronting the limits of age and legacy. One line from the leak reads, "The man who held the ranch together now leans on others to hold him up." That could mean anything: an injury, a diagnosis, or just emotional vulnerability. Then there's Katie. The trailer showed her in tears and riding alone in the snow, and the leak suggests she may be hiding a secret. Something big. According to the details, Katie has been writing to someone behind Lou and Peter's backs. Some fans are speculating it's a sibling they never knew about, or maybe even a biological twist. But more likely, it's connected to her identity and desire to understand who she really is. The leak also mentions a mysterious package arriving at the ranch, addressed to Katie, with no return name. It's filled with letters and one photograph that shocks Lou. The fallout from this moment, if real, could lead to serious conflict between mother and daughter. Georgie is another key player in these leaks. She's been away training, possibly, with a new coach who's pushing her harder than ever. The Olympic dream is alive, but it comes with a cost. The leak says Georgie returns home not just to visit, but to escape. Something happens during training that shakes her confidence and makes her question whether she really wants the gold medal. Amy and Jack try to support her, but it's Lou who reportedly pushes Georgie the hardest, leading to tension. The B storyline is said to explore the cost of ambition and the power of choosing your own path, not the one others expect of you. But the most heartbreaking part of the leak, it involves Lindy. Amy's daughter has always been the light in her life. Curious, brave, and deeply connected to the ranch. The leak suggests that Lindy will have a storyline this season that tests that connection. A new horse is introduced, wild, untamable, and feared by the other ranch hands. But Lindy feels drawn to it. She sneaks out to visit the horse, and what happens next isn't fully revealed. One sentence stands out. The little girl's bond with the untamed spirit becomes the key to unlocking more than just the horse's trust. It awakens something Amy forgot she had. This could be the emotional heart of the season. Lou, meanwhile, is facing challenges of her own. Her political life is demanding more time than ever, and she's struggling to balance her identity as a leader and a mother. Peter's back in the picture more consistently, and while some fans are hoping for a rekindled romance, the leak hints at the opposite. There's a storyline involving Peter and a decision he made years ago, one that Lou discovers and doesn't take lightly. It creates a rift that spreads across the entire family, especially between Lou and Katie. Another mysterious element in the leak involves Jack's past. A box is found in the loft, hidden behind old tack and hay bales. Inside are photographs, letters, and one item wrapped in cloth. The leak doesn't say what the item is, only that it forces Jack to tell the story he swore he'd never share. This may connect to a part of his life we've never seen, possibly a lost sibling, a former love, or even something from his youth that changed him forever. The idea of Jack being vulnerable and opening up is already emotional, but tying it to something buried for decades makes it even more powerful. Finally, the leak closes with a chilling detail. There's a new ranch hand, quiet, keeps to himself, seems helpful, but something isn't right. He's seen in the background during several key moments, watching, listening. The leak ends with one cryptic line: "Not every stranger who comes to Heartland brings healing. Some bring storms." Now, whether all of this is true or just a creative mix of rumor and smart guesses, one thing is clear. Season 19 is shaping up to be anything but predictable. From Amy's possible new chapter in love to family secrets and returning faces, it sounds like we're about to go on a ride that will challenge the characters like never before and break our hearts in the best way. If there's one thing that makes Heartland special beyond the horses and the scenery, it's the characters. They've grown with us, cried with us, and taught us what it means to be a family. And now, as we step into season 19, the show promises to take these character journeys even further, deeper, more raw, and more personal than ever before. Let's begin with Amy Fleming, the heart of Heartland. For years, she's carried the weight of loss, strength, and motherhood on her shoulders. But now, fans are about to witness a transformation. According to insiders, Amy's arc this season is all about rediscovering herself, not just as a mother or horse whisperer, but as a woman who still has dreams, fears, and yes, the possibility of love. The new man entering her life, if the leaks are accurate, isn't just a romantic interest. He's a mirror. He forces Amy to face the parts of herself she's buried. There's rumored to be a moment where Amy visits Ty's old clinic, now abandoned, and speaks to his memory. A raw, unscripted moment where she asks him if it's okay to move on. Whether he answers in her heart or through the people around her is something fans will be waiting to see. Jack Bartlett, the steady rock of Heartland, is also set for a deeply emotional arc. Season 19 may finally peel back the layers of his past. From the mysterious box in the loft to health issues hinted at in the trailer, Jack could be facing both physical and emotional battles. The showrunners have always protected Jack's legacy, but now it seems they're ready to reveal his most vulnerable side. We might see him lean more on Tim or Lisa, maybe even show weakness in front of Amy, a side of Jack we rarely see. And if the rumors are true about an old secret from his youth coming to light, this could reshape how the whole family views him. Speaking of Lisa Stillman, her story reportedly takes a more serious turn. The leaks mention a health scare, possibly her heart, that she hides from the family at first. Lisa, always graceful and composed, may struggle with letting others take care of her. Her dynamic with Jack could change dramatically if she becomes the one in need. And this shift could open the door to more powerful, intimate scenes between the two, the kind of storytelling that reminds fans why this couple is so beloved. Now let's talk about Lou Fleming. As the mayor, businesswoman, and mother, Lou's always juggling more than most. But in season 19, it sounds like the walls are starting to crack. Her relationship with Katie is under pressure, especially after the mysterious letters Katie receives. Add to that new tensions with Peter, possibly tied to a long-buried secret. And Lou might be facing one of the toughest emotional seasons of her journey. But true to Lou's character, she doesn't break easily. She fights. She pushes forward. Still, this might be the first time we see Lou question her identity in a real, painful way. Not as a mother or politician, but as a woman searching for peace in a life that's never really slowed down. And then there's Katie. In previous seasons, she's often been in the background, the quiet observer. But not anymore. Season 19 is said to push Katie into the spotlight, and it's about time. She's growing up, forming her own identity, and possibly discovering truths about herself that even Lou doesn't know. If the leaks are true, Katie's connection to someone outside the family, someone from her past, could ignite a storyline that changes everything. Her arc this season sounds like it will explore identity, rebellion, and healing, and might even see Katie becoming more involved with the ranch itself, learning from Amy, Jack, and even Tim. Georgie, another fan favorite, is reportedly making a major return. Her Olympic dreams are still alive, but her soul is tired. After facing pressure, injuries, and heartbreak, Georgie may be looking to come home not just for rest, but for rediscovery. Her dynamic with Amy is always beautiful, like sisters or even parallel reflections, but this time, Georgie might connect more deeply with Jack or Tim. There's buzz about a new horse, one that's meant for Olympic-level training, and how Georgie bonds with it could become the emotional centerpiece of her arc. Will she choose gold or choose peace? Tim Fleming, never one to stay out of the drama, has his own storm brewing. With Jack aging and the ranch needing stronger leadership, Tim may be asked to step up, but his history of poor decisions could haunt him. There's talk of Tim clashing with the new ranch hand, the one who shows up mysteriously in the trailer. Some fans believe this newcomer is connected to Tim's past in some way. An old enemy, maybe. Or worse, someone Tim wronged. This could test Tim's loyalty, his character, and even his place in the family. Will he defend Heartland or run from his mistakes? Now let's shift to the new and returning cast members. We're expected to see Lisa, Peter, and Caleb all in strong supporting roles. Caleb's return, in particular, is being hyped. He's rumored to have his own storyline involving his son and a struggle to balance ranch work with fatherhood. Fans have always loved Caleb's rugged charm, but now we may see a deeper side, especially if he ends up mentoring Georgie or Katie. There's also speculation that Mallory could make a surprise appearance. Though nothing's confirmed, her name's been mentioned in a few behind-the-scenes reports. Mallory was always unpredictable, funny, heartfelt, and occasionally impulsive. A return from her could bring levity to the season, or even stir up old emotions in Jake. And finally, there's one name fans never stop talking about: Ty Borden. Graham Wardle may not be returning physically, but emotionally, spiritually. His presence is said to be stronger than ever this season. Flashbacks, dreams, and even Lindy's connection to him may keep Ty's spirit alive in unexpected ways. One leak suggests a scene where Lindy speaks about seeing her dad in a dream, telling her not to be afraid of change. That line alone has fans tearing up already. Heartland has always been about growth, grief, and grace. And in season 19, each character seems to be walking their own delicate path toward truth. Whether it's through love, family, or facing ghosts from the past, everyone on the ranch is being pushed to evolve. And that's what keeps fans coming back, season after season. You think you've seen heartbreak in Heartland. You think you've seen family tested, bonds shaken, and love pushed to its limits? Think again. Because season 19 isn't just another chapter, it's a storm. And according to the leaks, it's the kind of storm that leaves nothing the same. Let's talk about the biggest rumor, the major loss teased in the trailer. There's a graveyard shot, a funeral scene, and Amy standing beside a casket, tears running silently down her face. But whose name is on that stone? The trailer doesn't say. Some fans believe it could be Lisa. Others are bracing for Jack. But there's another theory, one that shakes the fandom. What if it's Peter? Peter's recent reappearance and deeper involvement in Lou and Katie's lives could be the writers setting up an emotional goodbye. A sudden illness or tragic accident would not only leave Lou devastated, but also send Katie on a completely new emotional journey. It would be a bold move, painful but powerful. Now let's rewind to the mysterious letters Katie receives. The leaks hint that these aren't ordinary letters. They might contain shocking information about her past, perhaps even a secret, adoption, or a relative she never knew about. Imagine Katie discovering she has a half-sibling, or that her father kept something hidden for years. It could fracture the family's trust, especially if Lou and Peter knew and never said a word. This storyline could be the most emotionally volatile of the season, leading to scenes of confrontation, self-discovery, and possible estrangement. Meanwhile, Georgie's return isn't without its own complications. One theory suggests she's not coming home just for rest. She might be pregnant. The leaks are careful with this, but there are whispers of a young woman facing an impossible choice. Is it Georgie? If so, this could be a dramatic, sensitive exploration of motherhood, pressure, and identity, mirroring Amy's own path from years ago. And what would Amy say, seeing someone she loves face the same crossroads she did? But the biggest shock, it might come from Tim's past, and a figure from it returning. The trailer shows a man arriving on horseback, worn down, older, unfamiliar. He asks for Tim. He doesn't smile. And fans are asking, is this Tim's brother? An estranged son? Or worse, someone with a grudge? The tension between this character and the family is said to escalate quickly. Fights, secrets, maybe even a moment where fists fly in the barn. If this man threatens Heartland, its land, its people, it could lead to one of the most intense confrontations the series has ever seen. And if that wasn't enough, the leaks also hint at Heartland Ranch being in danger. A financial audit, a lawsuit, or even a land dispute could throw the family into chaos. If Amy loses the ranch, even temporarily, it would shatter her. But it could also force her to finally see what home really means. Is it the land or the people on it? Fans are already speculating that this legal battle will be the centerpiece of the season's second half, with old enemies resurfacing and new allies stepping forward. Let's not forget about Lindy. Her role in season 19 is quiet, but critical. The leaks mention scenes where she talks to Ty, or at least believes she does. These moments are rumored to be haunting and beautiful, filled with childlike innocence and spiritual weight. One scene, possibly from the finale, has Lindy standing in the fields whispering, "Daddy says it's okay to let go." That single line may be the emotional climax of the entire season, the permission Amy has needed for so long. So what can we expect from the final episodes? If the leaks are right, Heartland Season 19 will end on a cliffhanger. A character goes missing. Another leaves town. Someone collapses. And Amy makes a decision that changes everything. Whether it's about love, the ranch, or her family, she finally chooses herself. But not everyone supports her choice. The final shot? Amy walking away from the barn at sunset, alone. In many ways, Season 19 is about letting go of the past, of control, and sometimes of people. But it's also about fighting to hold on to what matters most. Love, truth, family. And maybe, just maybe, a second chance at happiness. So if you're thinking this will be another slow, peaceful season, think again. Season 19 will test every bond, expose every lie, and leave us asking who we really are when everything falls apart. The trailer was just the beginning. The real story is yet to unfold. And when it does, we'll all be there, holding our breath, holding back tears, and holding on to hope, just like the Flemings always have.